Good morning Year 10, 3rd of June today, and we're looking to extend what we did yesterday and look at those reasons for congruence. Now, this only applies to triangles. With other shapes you'd be doing your normal thing, but for triangles we can sometimes prove that they're congruent without getting the tracing paper out, and particularly if in the exam those pictures are not drawn to scale. So you've got to be able to remember these kind of 4 ways which you can check for congruence. I'm going to talk through them now and then we'll have a look at some questions to see what it looks like in an exam. So our first one is SSS, which is side, side, side. So if we get 2 triangles where all the sides match up, we know that they're congruent. Okay, they must be exactly the same. The next one is angle, side, angle. So this is where you have got a triangle where on 2 triangles, when you're trying to prove congruence, you've got an angle here, and this side in the middle. Now be really careful here, because this is also sometimes written as angle, angle, side, because of course if you know 2 angles in a triangle, you can always work the 3rd one out. So if you knew the angle up here at the top of this triangle and this one, you could work this one out to show that it's angle, side, angle. Number 3, SAS is side, angle, side. Okay, so you're looking at where you've got a side of a triangle, an angle, and another side. Okay, on both triangles, meaning they're the same, you can prove that they're congruent. And last but not least, our 4th criteria for congruence is a right angle, a hypotenuse, and any other side. So think about your right angle triangle. If you've got a right angle, you've got the hypotenuse, and either of these 2 sides, then you're guaranteeing that they are the same. So let's look at that in practice and what we might have to do in an exam. So I'm going to look at a typical exam question, and it says in questions 1 to 4, state whether the pair of triangles are congruent, give the reason. So I've got to work out whether these are exactly the same. So here's my list of different rules: SSS, ASA, SAS, RHS. I'm just going to look to see whether any of these apply to these triangles. So start with question 1. Well, I've got 3 sides, so actually this rule could apply. It's definitely not this one, or this one, or this one, because we don't know the angles, but let's check our sides. I've got a 4 and a 4, a 7 and a 7, an 8 and an 8. So yes, these triangles are congruent, and in the exam I'd state because of SSS. Question 2. Well, I haven't got 3 sides. It's definitely not that one. I haven't got a right angle. It's definitely not that one. I do have a side, an angle, and a side though. So let's get rid of that. So this is the one I'm looking at. So are they the same? Well, I've got a side of 3.5. I've got an 80 between them and a 9 on the other side. So yes, these triangles are congruent, and it's because of side, angle, side. Let's have a look at questions 3 and 4. So question 3. Well, I've got no sides at all. So it can't be that, can't be that, can't be that, and can't be that. Now this is the trick question on the exam. Yes, all those angles are the same, but remember, the angles being all the same does mean that it could be an enlargement, so they could be similar and not congruent. And then last but not least, let's look at number 4. Well, I've only got 1 side, so it's definitely not that one, but I've got an angle, a side, and an angle. So 1, 1, 2 on both of them, 5 on both of them, 27 on both of them. So yes, they are congruent, and the reason is that it's angle, side, angle. So today, as you're working through the first lot of questions, that's exactly what you're looking for. They're going to get harder towards the end, up to like top end of grade 5. Have a go, do some research on the internet if you need to, mark your answers and submit your score. Have a good day.